this is exciting. Hello, welcome to the Lunatic Yellow YouTube channel. If you're new here, well, you're all new here, but if you haven't seen my face before, hello, my name is Phoebe. I am an 18-year-old university student. I do some cosplay bits on TikTok and I post some bits and bobs on Instagram, and I thought I would give starting a YouTube channel a go. So I was thinking over the last couple of weeks, months, about what to do as my first video, and I decided as a little bit of a get to know me, because I don't really talk a lot on my Instagram and my TikTok, I would do a little personalised alphabet. So what I've done is I've picked something special to me for every letter of the alphabet, and I thought that could be really fun. So let's get to it. So I have written this down. I wasn't going to remember it, I'm very sorry. But A is for adventure. So that comes from, you know how in Beauty and the Beast, when she's like, I want adventure in the great wide somewhere, that kind of thing. I've always thought that life can be an adventure, whether you find it through fiction or through choices you make, or just, I love adventure and I think it makes life so much more interesting. Coming on to that, B was for books, because anyone who knows me or has spent more than 5 minutes with me will know I am slightly obsessed with books. Whether that be young adult fiction, non-fiction, biographies, history. I love reading, and at some point I will definitely do some book-related videos on here because I think that would be really cool. And I think everyone loves reading, you just kind of have to find your niche. So for C, I have written down cosplay. That is actually the reason I started doing, or I'm starting to do, this channel really, is I started doing cosplay over lockdown. I got really into it, and you can find my cosplays on my TikTok page, which I will put in the description. D is for two things because I couldn't pick. D is for both Disney and for dance, because, fun fact of the day, I suppose, I work as a Disney princess at kids' parties. So I spend a lot of my time doing Disney characters and watching Disney films, all that type of good stuff. Which brings us on to E. Now for E, I have written down the environment. So this is something I'm so passionate about. I'll talk more about the environment a little bit later, but I think we should all be paying more attention to it, really. And being more sustainable, it's all good. F is for family. Now I'm not going to talk about my family in huge proportions on here, but they are the biggest influence in my life and I love them all very much. G. Now for G I've written Gallifrey, and that's incredibly nerdy, but I love Doctor Who so much. So G is for Gallifrey. H is for health, because I think we should all try and be the healthiest version of ourselves, both physically and mentally, because if you don't look after yourself, you can't be the best person you can be. I is for information, because I love learning things. Okay, now J is for jewellery, but not as in like fancy, expensive, like diamond rings, that kind of thing. No, when I say jewellery, I mean as in making your own. So like this is a friendship bracelet I have with a couple of my friends in my friendship group. And then I've also got these worm on a string earrings that I made with my friend, and I love little bits of like homemade jewellery and personalised bits and bobs. It makes me very happy. K is for kindness, because everyone should just be really nice, and I'm quite a soft person really. L is for London, because it's not my favourite city in the world, but I love spending time there. I love the theatre, I love the landmarks, I love history, I think London is a lovely place to visit. M is for musical theatre. Now, if you've not met me before, you might not know this, but I am a huge lover of musical theatre. I'm a performer myself, and I've done some bits and bobs, and it's just... N is for nerdiness, because if you haven't gathered already, I'm a bit of a dork, or a nerd, or whatever the current term would be. You know, I love Harry Potter and Doctor Who and Star Wars, all that kind of thing. So I said the N was for nerdiness, and O is actually for opera, because when I'm not dancing and doing musical theatre, I am training to be an opera singer. So for P, I have written down positivity, because I'm a very optimistic person, and I think that's really important to carry through. It's just a good life lesson really. life lesson, maybe not, but Q. Q is to question things. If we don't question, we're not going to change anything. Which brings me on to R, and R is for Ravenclaw. Now I've said briefly earlier that I do like the Harry Potter series. I don't know if I'll post as much Harry Potter stuff on here as I might do my TikTok, because I don't want to bring awareness to J.K. Rowling, and I certainly don't want to do anything that's going to give her more money, so I don't think I'll be posting so much Harry Potter stuff here, but in order to prevent future questions, yes, I like Harry Potter, and yes, I am in Ravenclaw house. My favourite house. I think it's the best house, and we definitely didn't get enough representation in the Harry Potter books. S. S is a really funny one, actually. S is for stingrays. Now, this sounds bizarre, but I have a thing, like a proper thing about stingrays. I love them so much. I don't know what it is. They make me very happy, and I go all soft whenever I actually scream. You can... I'm sure one of my friends will vouch for this in the comments, but I have a proper thing about stingrays. They're so cute because they're... I love stingrays, I'm sorry. And T is, as every British person should say, tea. It's my favourite drink. I'm quite stereotypical in that way. It makes me happy, and I think most problems can be solved with a good cup of tea. I checked. U is for university, because as of September I will be a university student, which is insane. I am going to be studying music and creative writing, and it's going to be super exciting. V is a bit of a weird one. I was getting a bit stuck at this point. I've said V is for variety because I didn't really know what to say, but I think life needs a bit of variety, like liking different things and doing different things, trying new things. I think that if we all kind of stick to the same thing, we'll all get bored, so that's why I said variety. So for W, I have written workaholic, which I said earlier that I'm quite a hardworking person, but I think sometimes that might be to an extent where it's not necessarily the healthiest thing in the world, but it's something I'm really trying to work on now, because I know during my GCSEs and my A-levels I definitely did overwork myself a little bit. X. I'm sure it will come as no surprise to anyone that I really struggled with finding something for X, because there's not that many words, so bit of a far-fetched one, but I said X marks the spot, which is a bit bizarre, but that kind of leads into, I believe that everything happens for a reason. So X marks the spot is not necessarily so much like a pirate thing, although pirates are very cool. It's more, I think everything happens for a reason, and we're all kind of following our own personal map, I guess. For Y, I said yellow. Of course, because this channel is called Lunatic Yellow, and that's because I'm a little bit nuts, but also yellow is my happy colour. I love the colour yellow so much. And finally, very last one, Z. Z is for sleep. Because I find I can't function properly if I've not had like a solid 8 hours of sleep. I'm so, I don't want to say grumpy, because I don't really get massively grumpy. No grumpy. I've never done one of these before, so please leave me a comment saying how I did and what you'd like to see in the future. Any constructive criticism would be hugely appreciated. And I don't know, what do you guys want? Do you want me to post every week, every other week? How would it work for you? So yeah, let me know and I will see you next time.